This is your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso. Thank you so much for joining us on this Wednesday morning. Now, you want to go to the supermarkets, you change your mind because there's some promotion that's running at one or the other. Well, supermarkets operate in a highly competitive market and atmosphere, and they've always got special deals and promotions that encourage customers and consumers to shop at their stores. Well, recently we've seen how a loyalty promotion of some sort can target our children, so that widens their choices of stores where their parents, us, can shop. Well, consumer engagement expert is with us this morning. Tanya Oates-Bertram is joining us to tell us more about this and also how it works. Thanks for joining us.
Pleasure. Thanks for having me.
I need to make choices about where I shop because the kids need to either hear animal sounds or they need to collect many things. Help me out here. Campaigns like these are driven to, I would imagine, to up sales when it comes to the supermarkets itself. But do these campaigns actually generate loyalty in a potential customer or consumer? I mean, does it make the existing customer more loyal?
I think it depends on your definition of loyalty. So if you're defining loyalty as support for a period of time, then absolutely it does that. Is it going to change a consumer's behavior insofar as they're going to narrow their repertoire of shops all the way down to one? Not necessarily. So I think what we see is that consumers pick between, say they've got 4 shops, they then narrow it down to 2 because, to your point, they're going in and collecting whatever said item it is. That's only lasting for a period of 6 to 8 weeks. And I think that what we say in branding terms is that you're driving consideration and trial and potentially repeat purchase, not necessarily loyalty in the long term.
Right, okay, so not in the long term. So loyalty campaigns, I mean, you just said it, it always encourages us to either complete a collection of, which means you have to keep going back of some sorts. What effect does this have on consumer spending?
Well, I think, again, a couple of things. One, the propensity to shop more frequently is higher because of the pester power of children. Any mother in the room will be able to tell you that children that are collecting those little gadgets are definitely nagging, "Mommy, please may I go to said store?" The other thing is that it's driving upsell. So if your basket was going to be X and you need to be X plus 2 in order to get the said promotion, then you're popping something else into your basket. So again, we're seeing it as a sales promotion that spikes sales for a certain period of time.
What's the actual effect on our psychology? I mean, immediately I think of that. You talked about the nagging child, you know, we make a decision, we go to a certain store. What does it have in terms of our psychology? I mean, these supermarkets, it does result in them making more money, right?
Absolutely, but again in the short term, and so I just want to differentiate between a long-term customer lifetime value and an uplift in sales over a period of time versus a short-term initiative that's going to peak sales and then it's going to drop off. And I think that's where it's interesting for me because we're getting to a place where these promotions are actually hygiene factors. And so everyone's trying to outsmart everyone else and there's one-upmanship. And the propensity for the retailer then is to get into a black hole of spending and having to do more and more and more just to keep the same interest and to be competitive. The other thing is that they now become hygiene factors. So if they're not there, there's a problem. So as much as, yes, they're generating revenue for the retailer, they're also costing the retailer money. And I think therein lies the importance of a really good business strategy for the retailer.
Okay, well, now we know how these mechanics work and perhaps you understand it better. Tanya, thanks so much for joining us this morning on our Feel Good Breakfast Show. So next time you're buying those extra goodies for your home, well, I guess you know where to shop. This is your Feel Good Breakfast Show, 6:30 exactly. It's time for the news.